Welcome back to Decoding Microsoft IoT Enterprise LTSC. My name's Daniel, and I'm joined here by Jeff Trager, our subject matter expert. And my question for you today is, what if your device operating system could stay reliable, more secure, and be supported for 10 years? In today's conversation, we're breaking down some of the key features of Windows IoT LTSC and how they might benefit your business. All right, Jeff, so we've been talking about a couple different solutions, and we've mentioned Pro a couple times. From a high-level perspective, looking at, let's just say, Lifecycle or availability and security, what are the differences that customers are going to see between Windows Pro and Windows IoT LTSC?
I'm glad you're bringing that up. So most people have used Windows Pro, so they know that includes games, consumer features, hello, Cortana, a lot of bloat that a lot of OEMs do not want and do not need, and also become surfaces for nefarious people to come in and hack. So that's one reason IoT is a much better solution. One, it doesn't have those game and consumer features, but it does have advanced security and lockdown features. Windows Defender, BitLocker, AppLocker, unified write filter, keyboard filters, many ways that an OEM can take the binaries from Microsoft and customize them to create a more locked down and secure image. And when you have a more locked down and secure image, you're going to reduce your truck rolls, you're going to reduce your service calls, and you're going to have happier customers.
Yeah, and with IoT LTSC software, you're also able to control when security patches and those types of things are rolled out too. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not available on the Windows Pro side. So, what impact does that have on a customer solution?
Well, if you are forced to take updates, then you're no longer in control of your OEM of your device in the field, and that's going to cause your machine to possibly have failures in the field when Microsoft will willy-nilly, willy-nilly update the systems, and you don't have a chance to test what they're putting out there. So IoT more secure, a long life cycle. Re-imaging rights, lower costs. I didn't mention that. The pricing for IoT Enterprise is based upon the value of the processor. Windows Pro has one category price. Activation methods, there's two different activation methods with IoT. We get one key, a master key that will activate multiple images, and the other standard where the key is on the license sticker. Pro, I believe you only have one option, and that is the key is on the license sticker. Unless you're a large OEM, then they do what they put in place, something called OEM Activation 3.0, which we don't want to bother with this particular chat right now.
Yeah. And looking specifically at the life cycle, what's the difference between availability of Pro and IoT LTSC?
So there's always going to be a new product coming down the line. And with Pro, it's usually every 3 years. I think when the last time they released Windows 10 Pro, it was probably 3-4 years ago. And Windows 11 Pro has been out for about a year. I'm sure we're going to see Windows 12 soon. IoT, you don't have to worry about that. You're going to have 10 years of life cycle, 10 years of support.
As our customer, you're able to spec out a solution that has long-term availability components, and you're really able to narrow down or select components that are going to be available for a long time, and it's going to give you revision control, so you're not going to have changes in voltage bias or something like that that's going to cause a problem at a hardware level, and that just fits so well with the LTSC license. So really, you get a solution that's available for 7 to 10 years without changes, which when you have a large fleet of devices out in the field, continuity can be really important.
Absolutely. I would add to that, for example, the case of Windows 10 IoT Enterprise 2016. In October of 2026, that operating system will reach its end of support. So we have options for you. One of the things we're going to do when you do call in to us and you're an existing customer and you're buying those licenses from us today, first thing we're going to do is tell you, by the way, don't forget, end of life will occur October 13th, 2026. So let me talk to you about your options. And the options are plenty. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise 2019, 2021, or Windows 11 IoT Enterprise LTSC 2024. Currently.
There's a lot of options that are going to last beyond that October 2026 date.
Exactly.
Okay. And one last thing that I want to cover on the differences, does Are there differences in redistribution rights between the two?
You know, so Microsoft license policy is confusing, and it's very hard to find for each channel what their license policy is. We are the only channel, the IoT channel, that allows the OEM to provide to their end customers a custom recovery image with the systems. With Pro, they're not allowed to re-image. They're only supposed to ship the system with the original Microsoft binaries of Windows Pro to their end customers. Of course, their end customers can do whatever they want to do with it. But from a Microsoft licensing standpoint, that's how that rolls. That's the policy.
If I'm a customer and I'm kind of listening to this conversation and I'm going, okay, Pro is 3 years of availability, LTSC is 10 years, that's great. With Pro, I get additional consumer features. LTSC is more stripped down. It's also more secure. It's more customizable. What are some of the verticals or some of the industries that we see LTSC being a good fit for right now?
Okay, good. Before I answer that, though, I want to say strip down. That's a term that we used to use in the embedded channel when we had componentized operating systems where you could build them from a toolkit. So IoT is not stripped down. It's the full-blown operating system. You have the ability with the later versions of IoT to remove some packages. I think there's 32 packages you can remove. But otherwise, it's the full operating system that you get with Pro minus the consumer features.
That's a good point to make.
Plus the security and lockdown features. Okay. Just want to make sure we got
No, that's a great point to make. And we use it colloquially on a day-to-day basis, but that's a great point, to make for our customers that it's the full system. It's scalable to the needs, maybe they're using a processor and they need a little bit more performance. They can scale that if they've got that flexibility in their solution. But it is the full software plus additional security feature.
Good. All right. So from back to your question about the applications that our customers our customers come to us that will use our hardware and the Microsoft Windows IoT software. Boy, I'll start off with digital signage, retail point-of-sale terminals, kiosks for hospitality check-in. We could get into the security and surveillance business, video management servers, broadcast servers, healthcare, medical carts, robotics in the surgery room, industrial automation. Did I mention that one? Factory floors, controllers within those factory floors, drones, robots, slot machines. Been a big user of IoT for a long time. They have to meet rigid gaming style certification standards.
I think that's an important distinction to make, right? When we say gaming, we're talking more about casino games and not so much, someone at home playing a game, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But regulated, secure industry.
Yes, medical, healthcare, military, for example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. We hope you found this discussion on Windows IoT Enterprise LTSC valuable. Please subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media to be alerted when the next episode is released. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.